Welcome, 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 welcome. Welcome, guys. Welcome to my podcast. Thank you so much for clicking. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, wherever you are watching. You're welcome to another edition of the show tonight. Not a show, it's a program. Amazing people. It's another night again. I don't know wherever you are. We have evening here in Germany, so when you hear me say night, it's because it's evening. It's past 8 p.m. So today we'll have to listen to the side of the wife of Mike, ex-wife. So for me, it's not wife, it's ex-wife. Mike, the liar. Oh God, forgive me. Hmm. Christians. We have to be conscious of what we do. I always say that because at the end, you will give an account of your own works that will pass through fire. So, will your works pass through fire as gold or as what? So, you have to know all those things. So, guys, hey, guys. Hmm? So, relax and let's wait for more people to join so that we can start listening to Pastor Faith, what she also shared. Because at times, I always say when the first person comes with allegations, people are like, oh, you know, but you need to hear for the both sides. That's why for me, I said I didn't believe what the man was saying. I don't believe it because men, some of them are something else. So that's my reason for saying I didn't believe what he was saying. I need to hear for the both sides. So thank God I had to listen to Solomon's Temple. So if you haven't followed, if you're not following Solomon's Temple, please follow Solomon's Temple on YouTube. I mean, he always bring out the real truth. He will never interview one person. If you come with something interview, he will never interview one person. He always interview the both. So I always like to watch Solomon's Temple all the time because he always bring the truth, except if you don't want to hear it. Okay, then he will let you go. Mhm. So, welcome to another edition for Pastor David, Mike, and Pastor Faith. So, today we are on their topic today. We have to see the end of this topic. We have to see the end. Yes, we must see the end. Mhm. Because the way Pastor David came out with fire as their ministry, the fire ministry, he also came out with fire. So thank God he has a woman that is full of wisdom. Oh God. I don't know some people you have gold, but you don't know how to handle the gold. You don't know how to handle it. You don't just know. At times you'll say that something is chasing it, maybe something chasing you. If you have a wife like that, what else are you looking for? You know that something is really disturbing you from where you come from. You don't know, you're probably not supposed to deliver you because The way the woman is, the way she's even talking, she's full of wisdom. You know that if somebody don't like to share her things outside bed, you have really make the thing in a way that she need to have come out and speak. Hmm? Why? What is really disturbing you? You know good. There's nothing that you can't settle. So far as kids are involved, you can always settle it. But you've gone too far. But we are praying for you. That wherever you are, wherever you went to, you'll be delivered. You come out of it. There's nothing that just cannot do. Nothing. There is nothing that you cannot do. Nothing. Okay? If you have chains, you will break those chains. Any battle you have, that battle will be solved the moment you have that personal encounter, relationship with him, one on one, not somebody standing in between you to mediate. When you have that personal encounter with your maker one on one, you will definitely break those chains that are holding you bound. Because I don't see anything that this woman, even if the woman did something wrong, who is the head? You only say head when you need food on the table. No, you should use your role as the head in all area. Upon all what she has said in her interview with Solomon, it shows totally that you are not responsible. You need to. Why carrying Suleiman's name into the station now? Suleiman need to come and do what? Tell you how to leave your home. Is he the one to come and tell you how to give your wife money? Take care of your wife? If you can take care of yourself, take care of your buy things for yourself. Think about the person that you are with. Hmm? They say the woman's glory is when a woman is shining is the man's glory. So instead of you shining, let the wife shine. And people will say, yes, this is because you are the head of that wife. So if you are the head of the wife, what are you doing? What are you doing? You don't do anything. The only thing you just nagging, nag, and you say the woman is instead of the woman nagging, you are the one instead nagging. Oh Lord. Actually, I don't really know people. Some things that we do, and then when the thing has backfire, we start to regret and start blowing alarm all over. Help me, oh. Nigerians, help me, oh. And media, help me, oh. It's not media, it's your character. Change. You need to change. When we talk of change, it doesn't mean that you are changing by just do a youth turn of what you might do before. That's what I said. I said yesterday that we should not talk about, don't come and telling us about Suleiman did this to your wife, and Suleiman, no. Tell us the real cocoa in the matter. Tell us that cocoa. Tell us. Let's know what is the issue. Let's know what conspired, what really happened, why you want to resign, what really come up, what happened. That you say, okay, now I have to resign in the ministry. Tell us all those things that we know that right now that okay, because of this, because of that, that's why I wanted to resign. Yes. Don't just come and be blowing us lies. Eh? Now the woman now has come out to tell us the real thing that's happening. Because that's why I say that don't push somebody too much on the wall. Because when somebody is enduring, and you keep on pushing the person explodes. It will be it's what they say bombshell. It will be a bombshell. When the woman is talking, I really feel her pain. I feel her pain, really. I feel her pain because it's like she has endured for so long. I always say the worst thing is an abusive marriage, and many pastors abuse their wife. A lot of them abuse their wife. A lot. What they stand and preach, what they practice in their homes. Many pastors, they abuse their wives. So that when we see Pastor Faith talking like that, means that she has really gone through a lot. She has gone through a lot. And she keep on enduring. But maybe one day will better. One day will better. And I think it's not getting better. Because why will you stay in a place where they will kill you? The name of you are covering because of my children, because of my children. Later you go now, you become rest in peace before your time. So it's good that she even step out because stepping out like that is better since you don't have people to relate to talk to. That one too also can be a slow cancer killing her inside because if you don't have people to share your burden with, it become like a cancer in you. It's eating you up. You don't have who to talk to. It's eating you up. So it's good that she even take the decision to stay on her own. Because if not that, she might pass away like that easily. So Pastor Mike telling us all what he's telling us on her video, ranting and saying all nonsense about Suleiman and so on. You and Suleiman, you have your own different issues. But this one is marital issues, you and your wife. You are an abuser. And any abusive man need to be really punished in my courts. Yeah, any abusive man need to be punished in my courts. I don't care because you don't need to even take your hand and hit a woman. Why should you hit a woman? You don't need to. Why are you hitting a woman for? There are many ways to hit a woman. A lot of ways to like have a child. So it's not spanking all the time that will make the child to be correct. There are many ways you can discipline that child. Hmm. So guys, me, I don't really like when somebody is beating up woman. I don't like it. I hate it. Because, hey, Chef Lydia, hi, hi, hi. How are you doing today, dear? How are you doing? Good to have you. I don't really like when somebody is beating women. I don't like it. If you're a man, you are the one that you abuse women. Please change. Change. It's not good. Because that woman will endure, endure. At the end, the woman will leave. And what those type of women, when they leave, they don't come back. They don't come back. And they're always good women. They're always women that really, really, they're hardworking, they're smart, but they always fall victim for it because they think the man will change tomorrow. The man will change. See the way the lady was saying. For me, I thought that one day Mike will change. You see? So she endured for 11 years thinking that Mike will change one day. I always say that during courtship, any signs you see, the person will never change. Take the person like that if you want to. So the person will change, forget. Because what Pastor Faith is saying, like during courtship, all the signs were there. And she thought that Mike David would change. But because if you are poor, you are arrogant. Imagine when you have money, how you will be. Imagine when you are poor, you are arrogant. And then when you have money, or you have people that are controlling, do you know how you become? So not ever think that, oh, the person will change one day. It's a lie. The person will not change. It will instead be worse. That's why it will disgrace you on the streets if it will disgrace you. Hmm. Really. Ah, it's really, really bad. It's bad. It's really, really bad. It's really, really bad. I mean, when I listen to the woman, I'll play the people should listen to her. I'll play her voice message so I can listen to her and hear what she's saying. I'll play and so that you listen, hear what she's saying. This woman, the way she spoke for me, I don't doubt that she's lying. She's not lying. All what she's saying is the truth. all what she's saying. Hi, Smart TV. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you for coming. I just sent my link to you. Thank you. Oh, what the woman is saying today, I listened to her interview. She is saying today, I was even about like crying for her sake because it's like you've endured so much, and then now let me just die. Let me just die. Ah, because you feel the pain. Oh, thank you so much, for super chat. Thank you. I really appreciate. Thank you so much. I listened to her interview today with Solomon. I was like, okay. And you see that the woman is herself who calls. Normally, Solomon always called people, called the both couples to talk. But this time she herself called Solomon. Let me explain my side of the story. Because what David is saying is all lies. And now, because we heard David before, David is right. For me, I didn't know he's right because some of the things that he was saying inside the video that him and Suleiman they are paddy and know that really, really something conspire in between. So that we should really, really be to I mean people should change. People should really change because I'll not lie to you. If you're a married man, eh, not that you are a pastor. Hey, oh God. I don't really know. How can it be that you are a pastor and then you are just sleeping with girls in the church? Eh? Hey, oh my God, why God, where you become now? Where you become? I mean, just can't take us. Hey, you are just in a hey, and your wife knows. When she want to talk, she want to talk. You are making your wife to become like a jellyfish. No, like you don't have mouth to say anything. Ah, now wow. Hmm. Then after you can say you have anointing. I mean, what's that they use to intimidate members? In this thing of courses, course. Ah, like if you don't obey me, you are cursed. Just to intimidate them. It's bad. It's really, I mean, for me, what the woman was just sharing in an interview today, I know very well that many African pastors use this uh, they hypnotize people that like your family members, they put you asunder with your family. All that one I know it. But the one that she shared between her and the husband, ex-husband, because the man has taken the bride price back. So nice. For me, it's ex. If they're not married, it's ex. Because I don't even know the reason why you bring at the amount of your bride price. You have kids to the woman now. Three. Ah, I don't know some people I don't even know what they chase them now. Now some powerful their father house now waiting. Hey. I know you're calling on all the ministers to come and deliver me now. Hey, David. What's it now? Who do you that one? Now who do you? Hmm? Now who can't do that kind of thing like that? It's very bad. I don't feel for him because I know that really, really he has a problem. He needs help. And that woman was there to help him. But they just mix just I don't know. If so he says Suleiman, I don't know, go and settle your matter with him. Go and settle because really, really something is wrong somewhere. Something is wrong somewhere. Something is not clear. So you need to go and really settle things. Because upon all what the woman is sharing and saying, hmm, my brother, your own matter, eh? I don't know if na Ogu go deliver you say go better. Go better. Hey, hmm. Hey, you with this one student get a line in the church. Hey, now wow, pastor's anointing. Ah, this I hear una. Hmm. I know the woman will talk is a problem. Don't want to say anything. Because the woman have to sit down for you to be on top, money man. Please, I beg. You really fuck up, oh, part one. I'm telling you. No, you don't need to even come on social media. You have just look for one man of God, just tell your problem to the one man of God, and then now you say, okay, I need your advice. What should I do? Because I need this woman back. Now my eyes don't clear. I see me all what I was doing. I don't know what happened, what came over me. So please, I beg, help me now to bring my wife back. Go and beg my wife. But the woman say you are too prideful, you are too arrogant, anger. And I know anger is witchcraft. Many people don't know that one. Anger is a spirit of witchcraft. Because anger is a spirit, is attached to controlling spirit. Anger, when somebody have anger, it tends to control people, manipulate people. So when you see those people with that they always say that they have this thing to they are prophets. They just they say things because anger in them, they can speak and reveal, speak and destroy according to them. So anger for me is like witchcraft spirit. You manipulate people. If it's not good, it's not good. So David, please, we don't hear your case. You say one deliverance minister deliver you. What I advise you is that, my brother, you yourself do your fasting by yourself. Read the scripture by yourself. Apply it to your own self, not for members, because at times people preach for members. Now preach to yourself. Okay? As your name is David, now repent. Hmm? You have caused all the what you have to cause, but now, okay, now let your name now start resembling you. It's better, brother. I will beg you. God really gave you a real virtuous woman. God gave you a woman that is filled with wisdom. The way the woman was even speaking, you will see that she doesn't want to reveal some things, but because the question that they're asking her that you put on social media make her to release those things. She didn't want to say it. Maybe because of your video that you did. So you say, okay, let me also release these ones too. So you said it, she really love you. From her heart, she love you. Eh? What I don't really know why some people don't know the women that love them. They don't know. We always look for flashy bomber. Look for two way they shine. Look for two way they no get heads. The one that love you, you say is not your type. Ah, God have mercy, oh. May God have mercy. Really. God will have mercy. You don't just know. There are women that you see the woman is dying for the man, dying. That's I know one lady like this, so dying for this guy, dying for this guy, but this guy, he said, this children they born for Europe, I don't like them. Their own is too much. They can do one time. You are seeing genuine love, but this brother, he's not seeing it all. What he's seeing that the mindset of children they are born here, that the one day they'll just call you one time police to come. But that lady from her heart, she really cherished the boy. And if you look at this lady, you put the two of them, nothing. Oh God, love, eh? I always say love is blind, eh? The marriage, you open your eye, you see that, I made a mistake. No, love is blind though. It's true. When you are in it, like how the Pastor Phil was saying this morning. Yeah, she was saying that actually everything that the guy is doing now in their doing courtship time for that 10 years, because he caught them for 10 years. Hey, you might should try you. Hey, yeah. 10 years. You there with the guy, faithful and humble lady. Nothing until they marry. Hey, the man was doing everything. He will say that tomorrow you will come. He say, no, you are not my type. After 6 months, he come again, say, oh, I don't know what came over me. You forgive me. You, maybe the devil came over me. You, let you are my type. you accept the man back. Good evening, all the kings and queens. Divine, divine, good evening. You're welcome, 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 welcome. So for me, really, during courtship, always open your eyes. Open your eyes. Don't be closing it. Don't close it. When you are closing your eyes, that is love. Marriage to open it, wow, you will see that, hey, ha, this thing that I was thinking that the guy would change, it's not changing, no. No change is coming. Because really, all what she said she saw, everything, the signs, the guy was going and coming back, cheating in front of her, doing things that shouting, that anger was there, you know. But that's all divine. But she was like close. No, one day David will change. David will change. If the Holy Spirit, because you think that you are preaching evangelism, mean that you can change it. You cannot. Forget yourself. Only God can change somebody. And if the person also is willing to change, make a U-turn, then good. They can pray over your deliverance till thy kingdom come. The moment you yourself, your spirit is not connected to change, you will never change. So the fact that she was thinking that the guy would change one day, see now, how many years today? 10 years of courtship, 10 years of marriage, how many years? The guy was instead going worse and worse and worse and worse. So to tell you, say, not always assume the person will change. You know, be God, though. You know, be Holy Spirit. So forget yourself. Forget. You know, will change. That man, na man way, until God touch the heart. When God touches the heart, okay, then now you make a U-turn for all what he's doing. But without that, there should be a personal encounter with Jesus. Remember, you meet Jesus, like the woman met Jesus at the well. What did the woman do? Just one word from Christ. He went and tell everybody, come and see the man that told me everything about me. But did he tell you everything about him, about her? No. He just said that you have slept with 5 men or that married 5 men. Even the one you have, you know your own. That was just he didn't go further. But she just dropped her bucket, went back to the city, come and see the man that told everything about me. But just Christ didn't say anything, everything about her, just from the one that he knows. So until you meet Christ, that same way that she was going every day, one day she met her own there. So David will, I mean, not that he will change, but until he comes to that point. So the fact that he's preaching that as a pastor doesn't mean that that gift that he has, he has known Christ. No, because singers do sing. People get saved. They themselves are not safe. That one I know it. I have one before. I know the person. And right now, the person is confessing. Me, I didn't even know that I didn't know Christ. But it means that the person was singing. We are dancing and getting saved through that music. So all these things is it just depends on individual. If you haven't opened your heart to accept Christ, to welcome Him, to make Him your personal Lord and Savior, have a personal encounter, relationship with Him, one on one, forget. Your pastor will preach today till tomorrow. You'll be there. Nothing will change. From church, you carry a Bible to your girlfriend's house. From church, you go to a juju house straight. From church, you haven't even, I mean, you just go and put the Bible in your boyfriend lap even and be eating soya. You don't even know where for you, it's just like normal thing. It's like you just go and it's just normal routine. So for David having a ministry and pastor a ministry with all the anger is witchcraft. Anger is controlling power. So all the things that he is exhibiting is witchcraft. So the wife already would have known all these things and work in that part of deliverance for the husband because the husband deliverance of which he not by laying hands he fall down by the divine. That there video somebody send it to me. I was just laughing. And not be the one you fall broke television for church, broke all instrument. Small thing you are shaking as if and wait see. Ah, no, not that one. The one that David needs is the one a personal relationship, a quiet time. Like now, what he's going through now. He said in his spirit that he's in a dark part of her life. of his life. Let him go that part. Sit there, open his Bible and read. Do his own personal fasting, relationship one on one with his maker. Now he will meet that God that he's looking for. I mean, for years he had just been preaching to others and they're getting saved. They haven't really met the real Messiah. So what he's doing now is the time now for him to seek God the right way. Because what he's thinking he's seeking the wife. No, he need to seek God. God, what the wife is sharing about him is very poor as a pastor who has a ministry. I mean, I know some of those God members to be supporting the pastor to pastor is good, it's a good pastor, it's a good pastor. But all what the woman is sharing about the husband, I always say that the wife knows better about the husband more than you members. The wife, he knows everything about your pastor more than members. So when people are praising your pastor and all those things, watch the wife. How is the woman responding? Then you know the woman is the accord that the man anointing is correct. Let me drink water. Pastor drink juice, not drink water. So I want us to listen to what Pastor Phil was saying today about Pastor Mike. I be talking put maybe, oh, this woman why now? What did Pastor Mike do you? Now here which way the woman ex-wife faith talker. Because this man, for me, need Christ, so need Christ. Because it's really appalling to see that a man of God who represent God, you represent God to us. Many people are looking to through you to see that God, and you are behaving like that is very bad. Let me see if I can play it or play the audio.
And also, even before you got married, you guys were friends.
But it was Solomon interviewing. Solomon interviewing.
Years.
If you don't
How
have
was
Solomon
that
Temple,
the relationship between the two of you?
follow Solomon Temple. The guy, it doesn't come YouTube live because I don't know what happened to YouTube, but Facebook. Solomon Temple. He always do interview for the both people. Doesn't do for one person. That's why I like him. He always interview the both couples to know what is happening. If you come to him, you say, oh, you say no problem. He will definitely call the wife or call the husband. The same thing this South African lady who the husband got married to uh, Congolese pastor. You know, I don't know people these days. It's happening. These days, it's end time. It's approaching. You leave your wife in South Africa. So you're going to look for job in Congo. You have to go and marry. Hey, just go. I say, where you come now? Wait, see. You too waste time. Hey, hmm, my people, it's really bad. I mean, I don't know. I always say it's better you tell the wife that I don't want you. It's better. Yeah, go your way, I go my way. I think for me is the best. Because if the wife goes his way and everybody is better than you now saying that, oh no, I'm going to look for a job because I don't have a job, and then later on they're seeing all over social media you're getting married to another lady over there, which you haven't yet divorced. Uh-uh. If it's your own sister now, if you talk, just put yourself in that woman's shoe. That is your sister. They are doing that to your sister. No, forget about it. Just put yourself that this is your sister that somebody deceived that is going to visit, look for a job. And then now over Facebook, everywhere, they are showing you both of you getting married to another lady, how will you feel if it's your sister? Life, you have to be very careful for what you are sowing. If we don't repeat our children, will reap them. It won't be our portion. So Solomon was interviewing Pastor Faith, and I'm sure Pastor Faith called Solomon. Normally, Solomon normally call the couples. Other than if you come to him, he will definitely call live show. But the lady now called Solomon to say, "Can I give my own version of what happened?" Solomon said, "Good and fine. Why not?" So Solomon was live yesterday with the lady, and she also shared her own. So for those who didn't watch, I'll play it here so that because he asked her to share it. Share. Because they will lie. David, oh my God. David lied. Hey. So me, I even thought that the woman is staying in different cities, the man in different cities. No, that in the same city, Abuja. Ah, so meant to lie so like fish water. So they're in the same city. Why are you going to go and see your children? Or even send money. There's money, they call money gram now. Mobile money. You can just send mobile money, say, take care of the kid for me. I mean, you know what you can touch the heart of a woman to come back to you. As a man of God self, you know what you can do. Divine, yeah. As a man, you know what you can do as a man of God. Not even as a man. Just let your wife had back. What do you do? Now money. Give them, buy them good. In the same city. At least if you know that, you just try the woman and see. Send the money. If the money goes, and then let's see if the money will come back to you. Because of your three children. The man was even saying that if you see the children, I mean, all of them are David, all of them. So if David says you make you can make DNA test, you don't have any problem. You can go and do it. Because when David is saying all these things, it's an embarrassment to the kids and all those things. But if you want, you can go and do it. Eh? I thought maybe the woman is even different, like Lagos, or they're in the same city. Why not even send money to her? Why not even pass through your kids to get the woman? Some men, them, I don't know why they chase them. I swear. That day, something they follow am for village. Hey, no. I was really touched when I was the woman. I said, so this man, I said, the wife should help me, your body. You people should help me, oh. I'm calling to Khan. I'm calling to Adebo. I'm calling to this. You people should help me, oh. The woman say, drink something. Oh my God. The pastor face, I'm sure he drank something. He drank something. Because really, the way he's crying, like the woman is in different country, the same city. Oh God.
You.
Okay, you put your weight a bit here. Oh, the internet was disturbed. I don't know Nigeria self. Internet matter was there. I don't understand now.
Family members, older women, church leaders, knowing that you've seen this issue, because obviously quite a lot of times when you were courting, a lot of the issues you face while courting, you're going to face it while marriage, except there is obviously God can change people. Why didn't you decide to, like, hey, this is it, I'm not sure?
Because like I said, it was my first love. I thought it's not a big deal. It would change. Things would change. And so even when we got married, I'm not used to talking to people about my issues. I'm not used to. That's why even when we finally broke apart, it took my family time to come to terms with. We don't understand because I never talked to any of them. As a matter of fact, when I got married, I cut off. That's how much I was committed. I cut off from my brothers. they can come up and say so. My other brother in Lagos, I met him for the first time last, I think was that last month when I went to preach in Lagos. I met him for the first time after 15 years. That's my elder brother. So when I got married, I obviously concentrated on my husband.
Was that your choice? Was that your choice, or was it because of him wanting you to disconnect from family? Because you made mention of one of the issues that you guys faced before marriage and during marriage is his area of anger. Was that something that he motivated you to do, or you just decided to cut off from your family because you wanted to build your own family?
Yeah, directly, he didn't. I would say directly and indirectly. Not directly in the sense that he never said to me, don't communicate with your family. But indirectly is, I never wanted issues. I never wanted.
You see what the woman is saying. The man is that type of person. It intimidates. That intimidates. He can intimidate. So maybe because of all is what the issues the man have around him. You don't want the woman to go to the family member, all those things, because you know, you go to the family members, maybe you will say that they're the one saying this thing to you. So the woman, you say, let me just stay my husband quiet. Oh, after 15 years, the same Abuja, you never see your brother. Hey, now, wow, marriage, oh, hey, God have mercy on us.
Wanted those anger issues to come up. I never wanted issues. I just wanted to concentrate on my marriage. I didn't want anything that would offend them. Oh, you're taking advice from this that the family is controlling you. I just didn't want anything that would get him upset. So traded. And I'm not used to talking to people. I'm not used to talking. Before you see me talk, I would have had it up to here. Yeah, I can swallow things and you know, yeah, before I talk. I'm not used to look at what is happening now. Yeah. So I never saw it fit to discuss with anybody. I just felt the strength of an African woman, no matter what it is. I always thought he would change. Even though there were some of those issues I told my mom and then witnesses, few of them. I never spoke to him. The only person I do speak once in a while was Apostle Johnson Suleiman. But at some point I stopped talking to him because he never, even though I talk from now to next year, even when he's saying what I'm saying like this, he always takes sides with mine. He always takes sides with mine. So at some point I felt, come, there's no need. There's just no point telling this man. Because at the end of the day, when I'm trying to explain to you, I've just seen this thing, you know, he will never take my side. Maybe behind me they talk, I don't know. But when I'm there, he will never take my side. He's the only person I know. At some point I talk to. Then my mom, I talk to my mom. I don't have friends. He can testify. Don't keep friends. Don't have friends. I've been like that for secondary school day. Oh.
Now, one of the accusations that
Now they hear this matter. That Pastor David, I don't know. But issue the way the woman is even talking, you see that like she was even afraid. How you feel your husband? Why your past got to? You're afraid of your own husband. Husband should be your friend now. It should be like, I mean, it should be your friend. Instead of being afraid of your husband, like when he's coming, you are shivering. I don't see that. I don't understand. Oh. And it's not only this woman, oh. I think majority of pastors' wives are like that. Majority of pastors' wives are like that. They are afraid of their husband like something else. She will kneel down for giving David water. She will do this.
One of the accusations that he gave earlier on in your relationship was when you guys, I think, before you got married, a group of you were praying or doing ministry with Apostle Johnson Suleiman. I think it was somewhere in Auchi also, where he allegedly said that you were there late always and not really sure what's happening. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I remember. I remember he said that I used to pass the night. I think he mentioned Benin, which I don't know what he's talking about because I stayed in Ekuma.
Okay.
I always stay in the Benin when we're married. So I'm not going to put his words to him. Let me just clear my inside. I knew about Johnson at a very young age. At that time, I was already doing ministry. I'm sorry, I left the house. I would have showed you. I can send it to you later. I would have showed you a little handbill. So you see how small I was. I think I was 13, 14. That handbill is still with me. I had a fellowship. I had a hall I built that I was doing fellowship in at Apple. So I was doing ministry since when I was 13. That was when I got to know Apostle Johnson Suleiman. So at that time, Omega had not even started. Omega hadn't started. Yes, so he comes.
You see, this is where for me the man lied. But the guy was saying on his own video that it's through him that this woman know Suleiman. But now the lady is saying that it's through her that the man he introduced Suleiman to the husband of Suleiman. So I don't know. The thing is somehow it's the matter. I say it's something the inside to.
To the town, comes to Ekuma to preach, to do ministry. And I do the running around. I was his daughter and I'm still his daughter. I do the running around. Yes, sometimes I have to go get food. Sometimes I have to go get do some logistics. I was like, I don't want to use the word protocol. No, I used to go there. And moreover, he wasn't the only person. Daddy has never traveled alone. He never came to Ekuma alone. Not for once. He did come for any program in Ekuma alone. There were pastors with him. And if you study him well, you know that even till today, he still travels with people. So I won't say I wasn't around. I was always around. I did most of the logistics in Ekuma. So for his words, he said I used to go to the hotel, but he never thought about it because I was still a virgin. I told him thank you for not extracting that, taking that out. So, which establishes that my going around Apostle Johnson Suleiman at the time wasn't for any kind of sin, something like that.
So just to confirm that you got married, you got married as a virgin.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay, just to confirm that. And did he introduce you to Apostle Suleiman, or how did you guys?
No.
What was the relationship like? You met him separately, and Mike met him separately.
I met him separately. I met Apostle Johnson Suleiman before Mike met him.
Mm-hmm.
Because at that time in Ekuma, I was already, like I said, I was doing logistics. There was some of those programs I accompanied him to, alongside.
If my people you hear now, you see, she met Suleiman before the husband, but the man, the way he introduced the thing, like he's the one that introduced Suleiman to this lady, which is not true. Eh? Now wow, this life, no balance.
number 2 man in the ministry, Reverend Kingsley. So my being around wasn't something hidden, you know. So I introduced Mike to Apostle Suleiman. I told Daddy, I said, I found a man, I want to get married. Somebody said he loves me. And he laughed. He laughed and said, what you never love? And I now said, okay, but you're bringing. So when I brought him, he said, is he the one? I just went to tell him that he's around. He said, is he the one? I said, yes. So they talked, and that was it. I never knew that perhaps he had been trying to get, before then, he had been trying to get across to Apostle Suleiman too. He had been trying to get close to him. And I don't know if it clicked, but I doubt. If it clicked, I would not have done that introduction. It would have been, oh, I know him. You know. So he did not introduce me to Apostle Suleiman. And my mom can confirm that. I met him way before he even got into Omega. In fact, before Omega even started.
My people, now hear story.
So when you guys were now part of Omega, serving under Apostle Suleiman, were both of you guys ordained as pastors? How did you work? So you guys, when you guys were in Asaba, I remember one time you were in Asaba in the south part of Nigeria, you guys were pastoring together. So you were not just a wife who has her own job, but you were also a co-pastor, isn't it?
Yes. No, to clear straight, when he pastored in Asaba, that was when we got married.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was ordained separately. He was ordained separately. He wasn't ordained, and she's a pastor's wife. No, I was ordained. I have my ordination certificate. You understand?
Okay.
Yeah.
So he started pastoring.
Wow.
He started pastoring. I was ordained separately. I wasn't operating. Hello.
Can hear you. Go ahead.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, yes.
Okay.
Tell us more.
Yeah.
The video freezed.
Tell us more.
Okay, I can hear you. I can see you.
Yeah. I wasn't ordained. It's not like, for me to use the word, I wasn't using his certificate. Yes, so I was ordained separately. We're giving separate certificates as Omega pastors.
Divine, what you are saying, my dear, is the truth. It's true. So many, they don't have brain. Because why should they be insecure? It's your wife. I know one pastor in America who got married to a bishop got married to a prophetess. This same thing issue occurred. You know, why should you be intimidated, insecure that your wife is powerful, is preaching? You know, you should also be proud because now, because as I said before, when your wife is well dressed, the glory comes to the man because the man is the covering of the wife. So whenever a woman is going out, oh, the woman look cute, the woman look so, the glory comes to the man. So even if the woman is preaching how low, anointing is catching everywhere, it's your wife. So why will you be insecure? Why will you feel like, oh, she's coming to take over the ministry? I just feel for the woman because the woman is such a humble woman. I'm telling you, this interview is long, but I want to put it, she's not a humble woman. Because me, all what she was saying she's doing, me, I not do it. I not go fit do more. No go fit. You see me so. No go fit do more. Hey.
Okay. Yeah. Because if I remember very well, and I need to try to establish that because if I remember what Mike said very well, he was the introduction to Johnson Suleiman. He introduced you to him. If I remember that very well. And I'm also trying to establish the fact that you are an ordained pastor? Because
yes, I am.
Today you are pastoring a church in Abuja, and for a lot of people that didn't sit well with them.
Yeah.
Or people are asking questions.
Yeah, I know.
Maybe because they didn't realize that you yourself was ordained and you yourself, that is your calling, and you don't have any other thing that you do, you know. So I'm trying to establish that and trying to make sure that we take what you say. Yeah, we take what you say and take what Mike say and then put it together for the people who are watching. But we have a situation. I mean, you guys moved from Asaba to, is it Benin?
From Asaba, we went to Benin.
Okay. And then from Benin, you moved to Kano?
No, we moved to Oshogo.
Oshogbo, okay. All right. So moving through all this, so moving through all these cities and all these different locations, as a married couple, what were some of the challenges for you, you know, that was happening that you could see, look, from our days of getting married, from our days of courting, now I could see it showing itself. Because, I mean, we're talking about leading a congregation. As a pastor, it's totally different dynamic. There are going to be challenges. How are you? But for Mike himself, and even for you, what did you do right or wrong? What did he do right or wrong? What would you say? These are certain things that he started doing or started happening that actually really affected our relationship, our marriage.
Yeah, he started asking when I said we got married. He was still in Asaba. And then we moved to, immediately we got married. It was already transferred. In fact, at the time the wedding process, you know, I said just now that few weeks to the wedding, something happened. It almost made me say I wasn't going ahead anymore. I'm scared and I don't know if this, but because
you see, during that time, during that wedding time, 2 weeks to wedding, the man went and slept with somebody. See, all the signs were there. They didn't cancel it. To proceed.
most of the things were already on ground, the wedding gown was there, people gathered. What do I tell them? It was something that happened in Asaba that he was transferred for. That Papa does is
what happened in Asaba?
It had issues to do with women. Yes, it has issues to do with sleeping with his members, the ladies. So the thing escalated, caused problems between two girls. And so Daddy has always had his back. Yeah, it was at some point when the whole thing got out of hand. So Papa was feeling, is it because I'm siding you? I don't understand. He has always had his back. So he had to transfer him away from that mess to Benin. And for the father who just got married, so he had to do that for us, go to Benin. So when that happened in Asaba, he gave me his own bitter side because that's him. When he does anything wrong, he will never accept that I'm wrong. He will always push it back to you, to the defensive, and you will end up begging. That's the truth. Why did you do this? I'm not happy with this thing here. So is that why you should ask me questions? Sometimes we won't ask you, how did you not find out? Why did you not listen? This thing I'm seeing like this, you know, so we got to Benin and we started. That was when I got pregnant and I had my first child. But I was swapping between Benin and school. I was still in school. I married in 211.
You were in university, second year when you got married?
Yeah.
Okay.
So during that time, because of ASU strike, we were off and on. So sometimes I'll have to, when the school resumes, I'll go back. I was doing part-time. Benin again, he has the same issue. The
same issue of women in Asaba. There was a question of, you know, women. So not just one woman, but multi-dating women. And there was some sort of problem between the women. He was moved to Benin. And the same problem again.
The same issues. You know, he gets angry. He shouts at members. You know, he's aggressive. And people who come to church don't want that. They want a place where they can be cared for. So these two issues were the main issues he has always had in all his branches. Anger issues and women issues. There were times, even in Kano, there were times he had to stand people outside who came late, investigating. Members who came late stood outside. And leaders who came late, including myself, who is supposed to be the pastor or the pastor's wife, I paid a fine of 1,000 naira.
So you go to church late, you pay a fine.
There was a day I paid a fine. I'm saying this because there are members in that church. So
without church policy, generally across the board for Omega Fire.
God forbid, it's not a church policy. It can never be a church policy. That is what you see. Anger. When he does these things, when he's done with it, he begins. I don't know. We now realize that this thing I did, I wasn't supposed to do it that way. So these are the two issues he always had in all his branches: women, anger. And that day I paid that fine. I didn't pay it secretly. It was not a secret thing. He picked the microphone, and I remember the reason I came late to church was because my dress got torn. I'd already gotten halfway. I just said, let me touch. Don't know what took my hand. I thought it was a seat, and I noticed that it was torn. I called him and I said, please, because I had my own car then. I called him. I'm on live video, sorry. I called, sorry about that.
Yeah, that's fine.
I called him and I said, please, I have to change my clothes. He's violent. See, this violence, this thing is not secret. If you investigate and have to ask members of people, yeah.
Just pause it right there. Let me ask you a question.
Go ahead.
Even before I ask you the question, for the benefit of our audience, there's a lot of audience from Southern Africa and up in Europe and America who are watching. For some of you guys who would not understand some of the locations from Kano to Asaba to Auchi, those are just cities around that they were moving from. So I'm trying to get you a breakdown. And there are certain maybe names or places that you will not understand. So please, you have to bear with us. But you were saying all this, right? Anger. Pastor Faith, has Mike ever beaten you up, physically abused you?
Yes.
Because he told me he has never abused you. He respects women. Has he taken his hand, his feet, kick you, and hit you?
Yes, he has.
Divine, you're right.
He has done it. And Mike knows it.
Was that consistent? Or he did it just once and apologized and it stops there?
Okay, not once, not twice. I can say up to like 5 times. And at some point, when he wants to, I devised a strategy. When I realize that there's a way I study and I know, this thing, when he starts. Sometimes I have to run away from the house. Sometimes I can just decide to drive out. As I'm parked like this, I'll just park on the road for like 10 minutes.
And be crying.
Then I'll go back to the house. You know, I had a way of managing it anyway. I had a way. So at some point, it wasn't really consistent anymore because I had a way of managing it.
Now, he is of the view that you are under the spell and you've been hypnotized by Johnson's woman. It's a serious matter. Please do not laugh. It's because he feels that you've been hypnotized. Because we actually see those kind of things, you know, in churches sometimes. I mean, for me, someone like TB Joshua, he uses that quite a lot. So I do not agree with the way he does things. But are you a victim of hypnoticism?
Do I look
where
like
you're
one?
being controlled by like a robot?
Do I look like one? Do I look like? Am I talking like someone who is talking like a robot? Like,
I don't know. You know, I've never met. We just met today.
But I'm not talking like someone who is. What if you see someone who is hypnotized? You know. Okay, why would I be hypnotized? I knew this man even before even before we got married. Hello, I stayed in his house at some point. I wasn't hypnotized. I still married you. I just feel that statement he made, he had to do that mind game. He had to do that mind game. And honestly, it's okay. I feel it's a mind game. If he didn't say that, he knew I was going to, whatever he's saying, they certainly are not true. So he needed to put something out there so that even when I start talking, he knows. And that's why Michael said, I know my wife is intelligent. But don't worry, she's not normal right now. She's hypnotized. Why would you say that? Why not say what you want to say and leave it? Let the people decide if, this woman is talking like someone not in her right senses. Why would you tell them that? Why would you tell them, hello?
Go ahead. We're hearing you. Hey, my people.
I'm here. I'm with you. Just go.
People, yes. No.
Why would you tell them that I know my wife is intelligent, she's good, but she's all she's saying right now, she's not in her right senses. Come on. So I think that's a mind game. You just. But
you see, a lot of people would say, look, people that are being hypnotized actually would tell you they're not hypnotized because they probably don't even know themselves. You know,
I don't see any.
So there's just quite a lot of.
There's no reason for hypnosis.
Well, it doesn't show on your face. It will never show on your face.
I know, but there's no basis for you to be hypnotized. There's no basis. No basis at all. You walked out on the marriage. The ministry never contributed to the marriage breakdown.
Okay.
When you were sent out of Omega Fire Ministries, I stuck with you. I was there with you. I left with you. We didn't attend church for months. I was angry with Apostle John. I was angry with Daddy. I was angry with Mommy. I stayed with you. In the midst of all these things, I stayed. So it had nothing. There's no basis for hypnosis. There's no ground for it. There's no reason why that should come in. It's out of place. When he was sent out of the ministry, I had my own grudges too. And why was I not happy? I felt that, I know my husband is guilty. I know, he's done this, he's done that. But there was something that he did I wasn't happy. I felt, you should have, instead of calling him in public and pastors were there, I know you're angry and pastors were there, you should have just because of me, not shout on him in public. No, because I protected him. Not shout on him in public. Should have just, at least because of faith. But Apostle Johnson Suleiman doesn't, when he wants to address an issue, he addresses it. He doesn't look at your face, he addresses it. So that was my pain. I stuck with him. He can confirm that. So the period with which he was sent out of the ministry and when the marriage crashed took Abba. So there's no basis for hypnosis. There's absolutely no basis for it. I understand what you're saying. People who are controlled don't know. Yeah, I'm a pastor, so I know what you're saying.
Okay.
But right now, there's no basis for it. Why would I be hypnotized? For what to happen? When you were sent out of the ministry, I didn't say, no, I'm not going with you or I'm staying. Do you understand? I didn't say, I must stay in this church by fire, by force. I must be here. I left with you. The people in Kano knows I left with you. I joined you. We talked together. 6 months plus, we didn't go to church, my kids, and we were all at home. So, in the midst of all of that, we started having issues. So the breakdown of the marriage had nothing to do. That was actually why. Because there was a time within the spirit, Apostle's wife tried to reach out to me when he was sent out, tried to reach out to me. I hung the phone on her. I picked the phone and heard her voice and cut it. I did that because I stuck with my husband. I stayed with him. That was why when he...
Let me talk here. See, what this lady is saying, I agree with her 80%. But tell the truth. The moment you are serving any ministry like that, when you leave, my dear, your life will never be the same. Your life will never be the same. Because it's like you are in a place where you're not supposed to live. We are together. So when you are leaving the place, they are not happy. So what she's saying, I know there's something fishing, something is wrong somewhere, something is not clicking, but she cannot get it. She cannot get it at all. The truth will come out. Let's keep on. The truth will come out. Because all what she's saying is like, how can we be together? Because I know very well that being with a man of God for that so long, because of a man, you quit and all those things. I'm telling you, you will not get it correct. Oh, you will not get it correct. So what she said, like, so coming back to them, they are so happy. So that's why the man have to go. Because of you want to come and separate us with our daughter. Better you go very far. Better you even move you out of the way. So all what she's saying, now I'm getting the light for the thing. I cannot prophesy for her too now.
I found it so difficult to cover my face in shame. With all I did, I didn't reach out to my father. I didn't reach out. My spiritual mom called me. I disrespected her. I hung up the phone because I stole my husband. And now the man has walked out of my life. Okay, now you're not. Where do I want to start? And I remember pastors told
the
me...
man walking out of your life is not a man willow. The man walking out of your life is not a man willow. Ha. My sister, shine your eye. Shine your eye. Oh. Shine your eye.
So Samokwe came into the issue at Tenebe. So few persons told me, see. When something hits a woman, she runs back to her family. That's the truth. No matter what happens, you go back to your family. For your sanity, you go back to your family. And like I said, Papa was like it's like a biological father to me.
Why do you call him Papa? Why do you call him Papa, Daddy?
I call him Papa, I call him Daddy.
Why do you think he deserved that?
Oh my God,
Solomon,
he does.
Your other question.
Why? Why?
He took care of me.
When my father, I lost my dad at a very tender age. Actually, I met him when I had academic issues. In the midst of all of that, he took me in. He did so much. I was pastoring, I had a fellowship. He tutored me. I know most times I would write magazines. He edited some of my magazines. At some point, I went to look for a job in NTA. It was Daddy who wrote my first application letter. I didn't know any of that.
Oh,
so your relationship with him supersedes church and ministry.
Yes,
beyond that.
He wrote my application letter. This is how you're going to do it. This is how you're going to write it. So this is not. It supersedes. It's like
a lot of people have question marks around, Johnson Suleiman. Is he really a man of God, a true man of God, Sister Faith?
Mr. Solomon, Apostle Johnson Suleiman is a true man of God. I don't care what people gather say. I don't care what any other person says. The truth of the matter is that prophet is not honored in his hometown. Even Jesus had to experience some of those things. There were certain things Jesus did. There were certain times they called Jesus a demon. Yeah, there were certain times they called Jesus, said he uses the power of Beelzebub. So if Jesus was alive, just imagine that scenario when it happened. If Jesus wasn't the Son of God, just imagine it when he does some things and people say, no, this must be Satan. So I don't care what people say. I stayed with him. I lived in his house. All that man does is pray. So I don't care what people say. I'm one person who nobody can sway, because I did not meet Apostle Johnson Suleiman on the pulpit. Or rather, I didn't meet him, let's say I didn't come around in all the glamour. Do you understand? All he did in that house was pray. And all he has contributed to my life is spiritual. As a matter of fact, the strictness with which Daddy brought me up, even up to when I got married, there are certain times it still happens to me. There are certain times I want to type some messages to send to him. And I will type it, I'll delete, I'll wipe, like 3 attempts. I say, okay, it's okay like that. Even when I was not married, there are certain times you can send Daddy, I don't know, you can send Daddy a message and you now put at the end of it, I miss you. He will call you. That miss you is, I don't understand, explain the ending miss you that you wrote. You start telling, no, that is just, it's been long I saw you. I think it's long I came to the house. So I just wrote it. Don't try to understand. So he is a man of God. He's a true man of God. Like I said, Jesus experienced that too. So I don't care what people say. I lived with him. I'm not talking from somebody I met from a distance. I stayed in his house. I lived with him. I met him at a very tender age. I was still a virgin. He brought me up well. Yes.
So you've known him for 20 years upwards, isn't it?
Accurately, I don't want to give numbers. 19.
19. Okay.
Yeah.
So you've known him for about 19 years, lived in his house, helped you out in so many ways. And you also pastors, in the ministry that he started.
Yeah.
Has Apostle Johnson Suleiman ever had sex with you?
Oh my God.
Or kissed you or touched you in places where I have to ask you this straight, because that is what is out there.
Yeah.
This whole conversation is around that.
Okay. You're sounding as you're saying it, itching my ears. It has never happened. It can never happen. I can imagine it. It's like
he has never touched you. He has never touched you in the wrong place. He has never kissed you. He has never had sexual. Never.
Never has it happened. Never has it happened.
Not even when you were in a hotel place with your daughter. That Mike said your daughter was there in the same bed. In the words of Mike. And he was right there, and you confessed to him later that you had a sexual relationship with him.
Oh God, Solomon, that never happened. It never ever happened. It never ever happened. That's why I can't throw light on something that never existed. You only throw light on things that has a little bit of base. You only throw light on things that, when you say throw light on something, you only throw light on something that has a base. It's baseless. Absolutely baseless. I can't connect it. That's the truth. I can't connect it. Really. He has never slept with me. He has never, what else did you put just now? He has
kissed
never
you, touch your bum. No, we have to be serious about these things, because that is what is out there. That's the perception that was created.
See, the reason I'm laughing is because it's funny. You're saying it, you're itching my ears. It's funny. It's funny. It really is funny. It's something I should laugh about. People can be serious about it, but it's funny. I know at the beginning I felt pain. Yeah, when I got, the truth of the matter is that when I heard, I only saw the picture he posted, tell Apostle Johnson Suleiman to return my wife. And I was like, oh, before I had to go listen to what he said. It's funny. Yeah, I was hurt when I heard it. But at some point, I felt like, is this guy, or is he on some kind of cider? Or does he have mental issues? Or I don't get it. It has never happened. It has never happened. I was in this man's house. It has never happened. So I don't get it. And that's why I put his words back to him. I answered him in his own words. I would not draw out my own conclusion. I would answer him in his own words. That's the best way to put it. I'm not defending myself. I'm only clearing out my own side on the rubbish he said. And I put his words. I was going around a man. Look at it. I was going around a man in a hotel. I was not married. Doing the logistics. I was a virgin according to you. You thank God you put that out there. And that's where you didn't lie well. When you're telling lies, you calculate that lie in such a way that there's no loophole. So if I was going to hotels, I was doing logistics, I stayed in his house, I took you to him. Oh, so he didn't do all of that. And the best time was now when I got married and 6 months. Come on. By my calculation, I was even thinking, I gave birth, I was in 200 level, going to 300 level. I was in Echo man. Come to think about it. What is this man talking about? Why not lie? When you want to lie, you calculate, sit down, calculate your life perfectly so that it will fall into place. It doesn't add up. It has never happened. It has never happened. It will never happen, not in this life or the one to come. It will never happen. I know the way that it brought me up. I know the way how strict he is. I know how strict he is around me. I know how strict he is. So I don't get what Mike is talking about. I tell you, I don't get what he's talking about. And this is not all about wanting me back. I just feel that Mike is pained. I feel this has to do with ego. It has nothing to do with I want my family back. Mike is not a baby. Mike is not a child. He's an adult.
Why did you stop him from seeing the kids? He hasn't seen the kids for 2 years. Did you stop him from seeing the kids? 3 kids. Every kid needs a father. Whatever happened between the father and the mother. And he's claiming you never allowed him to see the kids for 2 years.
Hello. I never stopped him. Can I tell you something?
Pastor Michael, come and defend yourself.
The last time we had a conversation was recorded. I recorded Pastor Mike.
Oh.
So you have a recording of that?
I have a recording. When he was stating that I can keep the key.
Man of God.
Mike is not aware.
Small God.
So he relinquished his responsibility as a father.
He told me that he has no money because I told him, okay, we came to a conclusion. We had issues. And so that one person does not kill another. And he told me he's leaving. I'm leaving because something happened which I don't even want to if time permits me.
Yeah.
Justice Suleiman had no this. Please, he should just leave that man out of this whole thing. We had issues, serious issues. Something happened, and the center could no longer hold. It fell apart, and so he left. The last conversation was recorded. I did that because I know Mike. I've known Mike for years. Mike. You see, people who have anger issues, they say things and they tend to want to take it back. Not once, not twice. I know Mike. I knew it that this guy will one day say, I packed. I don't know how I knew that. I knew it.
That's what he said. You left. He came home and you're gone.
I knew. I can send the recording to you. I didn't leave. He left me.
Oh.
Okay, let me clear this straight.
Yes.
Apostle Sam Ope was the one that actually called me.
The one in Warrington?
No, the one in Lagos. That helped me to beg Apostle John. Yes.
Sam Ope, okay. Yeah, the one that made the video.
Yes. He said to me, and he mentioned it. He said, what's going on between you? I thought I had, helped you settle some issues. And I told him this has nothing to do with whatever you settled. I now asked him, I said, sir, what's the issue? He said, Mike said he wants to divorce me. He wants to divorce me, that he has begged me. And I say, I'm hurt. That please, John, you cannot keep saying sorry. I am hurt. I deserve I'm sorry many times. Because what you did, And so he said he was leaving the marriage. According to the recording, it was recorded. I asked him. He told me, he said, so I'm calling you here. We didn't fight. This one is saying I ran. We didn't fight. He said, I think we need a break. This marriage is not working. need a break, and we are adults. In his words, I will send it to you.
So that was the first conversation you had before you separated?
Yes. We are adults, and I don't want some kind of drama. That's what he said to me. And you know I don't like drama. I don't like drama. I don't like drama. I only do drama when it's like, nobody wants to hear me. I don't like drama. He said, I don't like drama. We are adults. And so why I called you is because of the kids. Long and short, you can be with you. His voice can be heard. Mike does not play. And then I now said to him, I said that and at this time we're already owing the rent of the house in Kano. It has expired. The rent has expired, and the man who owns the house has been coming series of times to embarrass me. Won't meet him. I'll be the one begging and begging and begging.
Wow.
So when he said that, the recording itself, this was what Mike was doing, and you know the generator is there, the AC. Then you will listen to it. The AC. I'll just go with one of the AC. You can go with the other one. I was listening.
Hey.
And see, the reason why I didn't beg you was because I have begged Mike for 10 years.
Where?
Every little thing, I will kneel down. I kneel down for Mike. I will kneel. I will beg him. And I kneel, please. I respect him. I give you water on my knees. People can attest to that. So I was tired. I told myself, you won't hurt me this time and push me to the defensive, because that's what you always do. This one, I have the right to be hurt. And if you're not ready to see my own side of pain, I will not beg you. I am the one hurt. So when he was talking, I was quiet. When it was done, I said, okay, I will keep them, no problem. So I got to the office. I had a school. I was running a school. My kids attended my school. I started that school with my boy at Cradle. My kids attended my school. Yes, I was doing well. Financially, let me not go there. I was taking care of myself. Yes, I was taking care of myself. I was doing well. I had a school. I nurtured it. It grew up to SS2. I had one, let me not say biggest, one of the, at least, fastest growing school in Sabon Giri, Kano. My kids attended my school. Uniforms, everything was from the school. So I got to the office, you know. I had issues with my health that got me to the hospital. When I got to the hospital, because after the first time he called me that he was leaving, that was not the only discussion we had. We had another discussion the next day, and it was recorded as well. He called me and said, now, what I told you yesterday, I'm quoting him so that I don't say something different from what he said. What I told you yesterday that I'm leaving, what I told you yesterday that I'm leaving on Friday, I changed my mind. I will no longer leave on Friday. I'm leaving on Wednesday. Wednesday or Tuesday. I'll be leaving. And I'm not leaving without my children. You will hear my voice in the background. I said to him, I was calm. At first I was calm. I said, why? But we discussed yesterday. You are the one who have where you are going. I was talking in the recording. I said, you have where you're going. I don't know where you're going. You're the one who have a place you're going. So, I don't have where I'm going. You can't take these kids from me. What have I done to you? What did I ever do to you? That you want to cause me so much pain? Why not? If you want to leave me, why not leave me with dignity? Why not leave me with a little bit of respect? I said to him in that recording, I said, even if you borrowed my womb, Pastor Mike, for 10 years, won't you pay interest? Won't you pay the profit on top? Then you walk out after 10 years? Met you a virgin, not like I messed around before you now saw me and you now married me. Then you now, after 10 years, you have where you are working out to. Fine, no problem. You say we should not fall. No wahala. But right now, you woke up, I don't know who talks to you, or perhaps maybe you're surprised that yesterday for the first time, this woman didn't kneel down, she didn't cry, she didn't beg. It's like it's the children that I said will stay with her. You know, you now came up and said you're taking them. I now told them, please, if you love this kid, in my words, I said, if you love this children, as you claim mine, you will leave them with you. If you love them, you will leave them with you. Because it's easy. You can't take care of them. I stated in the record, I said, like Michelle, she's here to see her first period. She will have that period in. You're a man. Last, you carry them and go and dump in maybe your mom's place. When I'm still alive, what have I done to you? What did I do? Even if you want to punish me, what did I do? Leave them. I'm not denying you access. I said it. I'm not denying you access.
But he said you deny him access. When was the last time he saw the kids?
The last time he saw the kids was the last time he left camp.
From Kano, fact, before you moved to Abuja?
The last time he saw the kids was that day we had that last discussion.
And he has never tried to see the kids ever since. He has never tried to reach out. You guys are in the same city, right? You have 3 kids.
Yes.
Pastor, whatever happens between
Pastor
parents,
Mike.
we must allow the kids have access to both the father and the mother. That's my belief.
Mr. Solomon, I never denied this guy. I don't know why he likes. When you want to say something, go straight. Think before I speak. Think before you speak. You cannot be in the same Abuja and you say I deny you access. I have not changed my line since this whole issue. In fact, the line I'm using now is the one I was using for years while we were married. I never changed my line. You are the one, he is the one who has changed lines every time. Because even the day the bride price was to be returned, I remember calling the old one that I had. And it wasn't watchable. I had to call somebody and say, I can change line. And they send me the one he has. He's the one who has changed the lines. I have not changed my line.
Before we even get to the bride price, have the kids been asking about their father? What have you been telling the kids? What have you been telling the kids about their father?
Oh.
This is it. The very reason I wanted to keep these kids is because I wanted to maintain their sanity. Some of these experiences I had in that house, my kids saw them.
Oh.
Okay, yeah. So they're witnesses to some of the abuse and some of the
abuse.
Emotional abuse, physical abuse.
The last one that happened where I went to preach in a program, before I came back, this man, he locked the door.
Yeah?
Before then, he said, I went to that program, I will make my things outside. And I told him, you are a pastor. I didn't go to a nightclub. I went to preach. The handbills are all over the place. If this is why you would throw my things outside, this is not the first time. Please, I didn't go to a nightclub. I went to preach. We throw my things in the club. By the time I got back to Ghana, I met my kids in a member's house, in a member's shop with their few clothes. Because when I was going for that program, my mother-in-law was in the house. My member, she's my sister. I want to say my sister, and we were from the same village. She was in my house before I went to that program. I picked my kids. My kids are not little kids. They can talk. It's not something I put into their head. I picked them from the salon. And my son said to me, he said, immediately I got down from the keke. He ran to me. He said, Mommy, I will never tell you anything again. My heart broke. I said, why? He said, that thing I told you yesterday, we went to tell them. I said, well, how did you know? He said, because he came back home to beat me. And what did I tell you? My little boy came to me and said to me, Mommy, yesterday Daddy was shouting at you like, pity for you. You know, as he was saying it, I said, say it again. I didn't know. I recorded it. Then I sent it to Pastor Mike. I did that because I felt, the love of a father.
Yeah.
When you hear your child say that, the way you shouted the morning,
oh.
I pity for you, man. Sorry. The father, at least a man's heart will break. Mike went back to beat that boy. Or you think he's a kid? Is he going to lie and say my father beat me when the father didn't do that? When he told me, I will not tell you anything again. I told you something in the he came and he beat me. He said, that's how you talk rubbish. That's how you talk nonsense. My heart broke. I picked my head. I stayed in a member's house for 2 weeks. I called him and I said, please, I'm back from the program. The door is locked. I said I should go back to the program. That's not a long story. So the kids were first-hand, they witnessed, they saw some of these things. But in a nutshell, even when the marriage crashed, I tried to maintain. That's why in my first video I mentioned, I'm not going to say some things because of my kids. I love them. I love them so much. And the reason I kept them is because I knew that I can manage talking. Mike cannot manage things he says. You know, he's an impromptu talker. So I didn't want that. I knew, and I told him, I said, let them be with me. I didn't want, this is what's happening now. This is what you see your mommy. I didn't want all of that. I knew I could control that. So they've been with me. I've said nothing to them. Sometimes I usually once or twice one will just separate. They ask. I said that they travel. But once in a while they always ask me, but mommy, why are you crying? Why do you always cry? Sometimes you lock the door, when you come, we'll meet you crying. Why are you crying? And the eldest one said, you think I don't know? That day that they called you in the parlor and told you that I should come and call you. You think I don't know what? Yeah, I'm not a big deal. They know.
Can we?
No.
Okay.
Would you be keen to do a DNA test? Allow your kids to do a DNA test because Mike is currently not comfortable and would maybe like to contest the fact that he isn't sure he's the father of the 3 kids. Yes or no?
You see another one that he has said now. You see another part that said, see, I don't have a problem. It's a business. I don't have a problem. As a matter of fact, the DNA is a waste of money. He said, maybe he just has money. I don't have a problem. What's my own? When you look at Mike, the 3 children, you don't need DNA. If I could put their pictures here, when you look at them, you don't need DNA. Mike is saying, I denied him access. These children have done their birthdays for 2 years. I lived with you and was your wife. You have my account number. What is Mike talking about? He doesn't think he's talking to kids. You have my account number. If you cared about your kids, I'm not saying it's all about the money. If you cared about your kids, I know they've started school. No, I don't want to talk to you, Faith. I don't have problem with you. I don't know. Tell me all the bad things, no problem. But please, it's my kids. Take care of my kids and hope they started school. It solves me, no problem. Hope they started school. I just sent you 5,000. Make sure you put them in school. That is how a father behaves. You see, this issue of denying me I may chat it. They've done their birthdays for 2 years. Has he forgotten his children's birthday? Go to my page. I didn't hide my kids. Some other women will carry those children and hide them. I flaunt my children. My son, I brought my son a drum set. I made sure he learned how to drum at age 7. He's my present drummer in church. He plays for me. I didn't hide my kids. So on air, when each of them are celebrating their birthday, I do a live video for them. And people wish them happy birthday. Go to Mike's page. Or you not get children. Would you see Mike's child in his Facebook page or celebrate? Okay, even if you forgot, at least you saw my own. You can share. At least you remembered their birthdays. You can celebrate them. Let people know, I didn't see my kids, but let them know. So what the heck are you talking about? What are you saying? Okay, even if you won't do that, let people on your Facebook know, today's my daughter's birthday, I remember. Happy birthday, daughter. Say something. You didn't do all of that. Then they deny you access. How? In the same Abuja. I had a shop in Lugbe Market. My shop advert was everywhere. I no hide. My number is still reachable. I know how. You know the road to my church. He knows the venue. I know this. I know how. And I deny you access. How? I don't get it. You have changed your number many times. So how is the denial? How is that a base? So please, issue. Yeah.
So you're not, I mean, you're keen if he wants a DNA test.
He wants to, if he wants a DNA test, that's his business. If you look at my kids, look at them, 1, 2, 3. They are carbon copies. In Solomon, if you see them, you don't need DNA. The head, the eye, look, the nose, you see the teeth, the fingernails. So, but then it's the business. I don't know.
Let's establish the fact that the only person you had sexual relationship is Michael.
Yes.
Are we establishing that?
I'm establishing that.
So everyone is listening. Yes. All through your life, you'd had a sexual relationship with one person, your husband.
My first love, yes. And that was after we got married.
Exactly. Because you got married as a virgin according to you and according to him.
Yeah.
Okay? So now, a lot of people, and even Mike himself, is not comfortable with the fact that when you guys had issues, in a very short space of time, you were given a accommodation in Abuja and a car, allegedly by Johnson Suleiman. And today, some people are actually not even comfortable the fact that you're a pastor in the church.
Yeah.
Jealous.
You know, how does that sit with you? Because what came across was, it was more like this was a reward for your being a mistress, like I always put it out there, because what came out is a mistress in quote. You know, so let's put it in quote. Is for being a mistress to Johnson Suleiman. So this is like a reward for you. Is that it? How did you come to a place where you reconnected and then you pastoring and you sort of like, okay, what was the transition for you, even from when people are married and they get divorced or separated? There's a lot of spiritual burden, spiritual weaknesses. There's a lot of emotional baggage to it.
Absolutely.
What sort of transition? How did you transit from that state to a state where you were okay to minister to others? Because there's no way you can minister to others if you yourself, at least, you are not sort of like
suffer. My God.
Yes, I get you.
Divine. As this woman,
I understand. Now this is it. Like I said, I did my first video. I said at some point I got depressed.
Hey, your own
I got
husband.
so depressed.
Lucky for her.
Go to my videos, my Facebook page. I talk a lot about depression. I got depressed. At some point, it became suicidal. But like I said, I started preaching when I was 13. Ministry is my life. Yeah, ministry is my life. My life is ministry. It took me a lot of time. Even before this whole thing came out, you think I don't? Do you think I don't have? Sometimes I feel, oh my God, can I do this? It took me a whole lot of time. It took me a whole lot of time. But at some point, Mr. Solomon, I said to myself, the 4 leprous men in the Bible, they said if we stay here, we die. If we go forward, we die. We choose to move. I said to myself, yeah, it has failed. It has crashed. But I can't die here. I can't die here. I started preaching at 13. I know I'm called. I want to work for God. I want to serve God. I can't end my life because of this. Yeah, people will talk. People at some point will say, are you preaching? And where's your husband? I thought of all of that. But I told myself when I get to that bridge, I will cross it. But this is my life. There's no other thing I would do that I would feel. This is ministry is me. I'm called. I had to pick it up. It wasn't easy. It was not easy, but I had to pick it up. And I told myself that I know I'm going to face challenges. It's normal. And for the fact that I'm a woman. But no matter what it is, I will push it through. I will push it through. I will pick back the pieces. I started preaching before I met you. Mike, before we got married, I run the fellowship. I need to go back to where I left some of those things. So it took a whole while, sir. It was not, now we've been separated for 2 years. When did this church start? It started in December.
You see?
This church is just 7 weeks.
Only weeks
7 weeks old.
I am jealous. Might be jealous.
It's just 7 weeks old. So it's not as though, you got up. They're not too busy. I don't, please, sometimes when I listen to these things, I get upset.
Jealousy.
This church is just 7 weeks old.
A witchcraft.
It took a lot of
spirit,
energy to get up. I know I hit the bottom. But then at some point, if I'm just starting ministry or it's now, after the marriage and I said, okay, it's like I want to now serve God. No,
witchcraft,
I started ministry as a single teenager. I had to go back to what I have left.
Always say, I'm sorry.
Without the marriage breakdown.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, he has taken his diary. It was at that point. When he took his diary, I said to myself, you don't collect the money. You can't die of depression. You want to kill yourself? The day I attempted suicide, it was my little son. I locked myself in the room. I was fed up with life. Where do I go from here? How do I get up? What do I preach? Will people not say this? All these things happening right now was my fear. And Job said that thing I feared the most has come upon me. And that's why I'm strong. I told you before we started this video, I'm strong for my kids. You know, I looked at it and I said, I need to get up. I bought the sniper. If you ask my kids today, they only knew there was a sniper in the house. And they thought I bought it for rats and all of that. I bought it. I was writing. Do you know what stopped me? My last boy, my last child, banged the door. I said, who is that? After some bangings. He said, it's me. I don't want to call his name. I said, what is it? He said, Mommy, come out now. We are lonely. That voice echoed. We are lonely, lonely, lonely. I started to think, just locking myself in the room, they are lonely. And as I came out, with tears in my eyes, at that point I said to myself, I will get out of it. So when Mike took his diary, I sat down again and said, what? I stay here, diary. Go for what? Last. Ministry. I was called. I knew that from the age of 10, I knew I was called. The circumstances surrounding my birth shows it. Ask my mom. The circumstances surrounding my birth shows it. This is an inborn thing. I must preach. There's nothing. See, you don't get how it will be. I must preach. I had to get up. Without the talks of people, I thought about it. But I said, anyhow, the leper said, if you stay, you will die. You will go for it, you will die. Anyhow, it will still happen. People will still talk. But at the end of the day, people who really understand you, who have known you from your secondary school days, who have known you from the beginning, no, she's always preached. Everybody cannot just be against you, sir. And so I had to come up. It took courage, and I'm happy I did that. It was just 7 weeks ago, the church was open. And that was even after a lot of beg. Yes, so I had to go back. I don't want to go to that part, how I ended up going back to Daddy and all of that. But at some point, I remember I said to him, I said, Daddy, please, I want to start fellowship in my house. I want to be doing this house fellowship in my house. He now said, I should go. He referred me, to the state pastor here. And that one said they would think about it. This marriage crashed 2 years ago. It was last 7 December that the church was opened. In the midst of that, when the bride price was returned, I had to reach out to Mama. Fortunately, Reverend Dr. Lizzie Johnson Suleiman, the last women convention, against all odds. You think I was not traumatized? Sometimes when I pick the microphone before I want to go and pray, something tells me, What do you want to really tell these people now? This breakdown wasn't your fault, but what do you want to say? Are they not going to question? For something somehow.
Is it a breakdown? Are you still married or not?
No, I'm not.
I'm not married. I'm not married. We do
because
church.
You have a legal document from the courts. From what he said, that
you go to registry.
You registered officially.
Are you sure?
But he claims that he has a certificate. He claims
maybe he has an explanation.
He collected his bride price, his dowry, here in South Africa and Southern Africa. We call it lobola. He collected his lobola.
Lobola.
Lobola, yes, that's what we call bride price. So, and traditionally, or in a customary marriage, obviously, that means the marriage ceases. But the implication is him saying, no, there is another registration that we did. It seems like you had no knowledge of that.
Mr. Solomon, the traditions, I believe, even in the scripture, sorry, excuse me, even in the scripture, even when you go to church, before they wed you, they will ask you, who gave birth to this woman?
A family member.
They will ask you, the family member has to come. And they will ask them, has he done the traditional rites? Has he paid? The certificates that he's talking about is the one the church gave. And I don't know, I'm careful, but there's a part of me that feels that he had all this all planned out from the beginning, because I don't know, but I want to believe that. Because coming to put 1 or 2 together, once in a while I think, how can this, and after wedding, 2 copies of certificates? Was I stupid? 1 year into the marriage, he came and said he wants to do visa. Later, he said the certificate is missing. After he came and said he wants the original, he took it. And after he said he's missing, after he came again and said, tell your mom to go to the church and give you that copy. I have my own thoughts.
Let God speak to you.
And then the church refused. So I'm beginning to feel that what he's talking about, is the certificate from the church. Yes, and what he has...
But the certificate from the church... Okay, over here in South Africa, and also I think in a lot of other countries, but I'm not sure it happens in Nigeria, where when you get a certificate from the church, that would also be attached with like an official registration with the government, just so the government would know that your marriage is registered. But that makes it some sort of legal from a constitutional perspective.
Really?
But in your case, was it just the usual church certificate, which for me, it has jurisdiction only amongst the church, not outside of the church.
Yeah.
And before they wed you, they ask you, your father has to come. So if you went to my people and took back your dowry, it was handed over to you. Mr. Solomon, not this year, last year.
Traditionally, when you go and take back your dowry, I just there's a comment here from Destiny Favor saying, if a man collects a dowry, the marriage is over.
It's over.
You have taken back your dowry. It is not last month, though. It's not last 2 months, though.
I'm taking my dowry, and I'm giving you your daughter.
This is Mike.
I've given you. I've taken my dowry, take your daughter, and not do again. Period. Then you come on air and tell people that I am still your wife. You are indirectly telling my people to hell with all of you, all the Adekos family. People don't know what you are doing. Whether you like, give me dowry, or you like, don't give me dowry. Your daughter must be is my wife by fire by force. That is at all. That's what you're invariably telling them. So
Mike is saying he has that certificate. So we're gonna see how what certificate that is, that registration.
It's the church. It's the church certificate, and that's the photocopy he took. He actually wanted to take the last. See, he took the first one. He took the second one. He attempted to take the last one from the church, the only copy. So he was given the photocopy. So I think what he has is a photocopy of the church marriage, the one that was handed over. The photocopy, the one remaining with the church, they photocopied it for him. Since he said he has misplaced the other two. So they had to give him, they told him they can't clear their own and give to him. They can't do that. They have, if he has anything he wants to do, he should come and photocopy. So I think it's the church certificate he has. Traditionally, I am not your wife. Yes, traditionally, according to the laws and traditions of the land.
The law, the Constitution of Nigeria recognizes traditional marriages.
Yes, I'm not your wife.
Yeah.
So that's it.
Anyway, let's begin to bring this to a close.
Oh, wow, the thing was long, but I think.
Is there any chance of you getting back together?
No.
Is there any hope for reconciliation?
No.
Is there any hope for mediation?
No. No.
Because when you have a fallout and a separation, a divorce like this, it breaks the individual, it breaks the family, it breaks the kids.
No. See,
they become victims for what decisions they never made.
Can I put this straight? Can I say something closing? I know, divorce has its own ups and downs and bad sides and good sides. And there's a notion that children from broken homes, divorced children, blah, blah, blah. But can I tell you, there are even marriage environments that are not conducive for raising children.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Do you know that?
I'm a big fan of, if there's excessive abuse, separate.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean divorce, but separate. It's not healthy. You cannot stay in a toxic home. Yeah.
Yes, it's even worse for them. That's why I started by saying I love my kids. Whatever I stand for, I think about them
now. I still get the kids. I love my kids.
I think about the first people I think about my kids. So I want to establish that there are environments, in as much as divorce, yes, it has its own bad side. There are environments. Let's not forget that it's absolutely not conducive to raise children. They will become toxic.
Abusive home.
They will become something else.
Yeah.
And see, Mr. Solomon, there is a way I do not want my boys to be. Yes. Apart from that, even if they would have ever been taken in hand, mine is just pain. For the fact that I'm not suffering. For the fact that I could get up, I'm not suffering. I am moving on, even though pastoring is not easy, but I'm pushing on. I'm strong. Maybe perhaps it's broke, right? It does not have many. And so I'm just going forward and he's just trying to let him lead me out of the mess. I consider my kids. There's no room for any form of coming back. Does he want to pay the bride price? Does he want to remarry? Because he has to go. There's no room. Where will Mike start from? To start repairing all this damage. You want me back and you first have to lie. You first have to break me down so that people can come on. It's all about wanting me back. Mike is not a baby. It's not about wanting me back. It's all about destroying me. This is not about wanting me back. Because if it's all about wanting me back, Mike is not a child. He has friends that will advise him. He said, baby, I want my wife back. It's as simple as going to have people, sorry, my wife had issues. I know I did not come to you people to tell you if I came for my diary. Actually, I was not in my right. I didn't know. Sorry, please. I've spoken to my wife. I will call her. I didn't change my line. I will call her. We're ready to come back. Mike is not a child. Mike is putting it back. This is all about destruction. This is all about, let me just destroy her. For the fact that she's getting up, I don't know what is problem. Yes. This is all about getting me back. Because if you want me back, you won't go to social media. If you want me back, you won't drag my daughter into leave my kids out of this. You won't drag it. You won't go to them. We are Nigerians there when you took your diary. What brought about Nigerians? If you wanted your family back, you're goofed. You took your diary. You go back to our people and tell them that the diary I took, I didn't know what can be done. Not social media. So going to social media, first of all, can't the fact that you want your family back. This is all about destruction. And that's the truth. So there's no room at this point.
You cannot handle your own wife in the house. You cannot do. Your own wife cannot handle it. You handle church.
No. It doesn't. It's not about wanting me back.
So no chance.
No chance. No chance.
No. It's out of the play. It has gone overboard.
Let's go for it, but the rehabilitation center. You are rehabilitating himself.
No, think I'm now.
The wideness.
How would the settlement be like?
You can marry, no problem.
How would the marriage be like?
It'll be a wedding.
Think it. Is Mike not thinking? How would the marriage be like? That's why I said this is not all about wanting me back. This is all about destruction. Is Mike not thinking? How would the marriage be? How will it be? So please, excuse me. There's no room. He has taken his diary. Hello?
I can hear you.
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah, there's no room. He's taking his diary. This was not done this year. This was done last year. So I don't know what he wants. He has to state what he wants. But for me, I think this is all about destruction.
Wow.
What's the way forward? How would you want to see your kids? Is the final question now, relating to their father. You cannot continue this way. At least,
Mr. Solomon, I have taken care of these kids for 2 years.
You are their mother. You are their mother. It's not just enough to provide for them.
Yes.
A father
I'm going
a mother cannot be a father. A father cannot be a mother.
I know. There's something I want to say. I've taken care of them. It has not been easy. It has not been easy. And that's why I said that if you love these kids, men have children. If he loved his kids so well and he wanted them, it would have been seen in his actions. Nigeria should ask him. We stayed together. He has my account number. Did you bother whether they attended school? Faith, I don't want to have anything to do with you.
When was the last time he gave you money for the kids? When was the last time he gave you money for the kids?
For the kids, I think if I don't want to add, I want to be accurate to what I'm saying. I think it is even before the marriage got broken.
The last time he gave you money for school fees,
my children attended my school. I told you that just now.
They don't pay
yes, you did.
They attended my school till we left. It was when we left Kano. I shut down the school. I ran that school till the very time. I shut it down. I sold my properties. I had a school bus. I made money. I sold my properties. I sold the chairs, some of all those other things. So they attended my school. For clothes, I buy their clothes. Mike doesn't give me nothing.
Oh yeah.
I'm saying this. He gives me nothing. He makes money.
Is it because he doesn't have?
He doesn't have. Mike often travels abroad. He goes to US. He ministers. There was a day Mike stood in church and he was raising a seed. He was raising seed. This normal come and raise seed. Come and raise an altar. And he mentioned, he said, last year I came in from US, members in church. This thing I'm saying is not something I'm just slapping. I came in from US and I came in with 16 million.
Wow.
My ear do bagam.
You have to explain that bagam to South Africa.
I tell you when
oh my God, this woman.
That one is too deep.
My ear vibrated.
That
money was too huge. I almost fainted. I had to be from where I was sitting down. I was thinking, 16 minutes. Maybe let me wait. I got home. Middle of the night, I couldn't sleep. I tapped him. I said, wake up. Please, I want to speak to you. That thing you said on the altar, was it to coerce work on their mind so that they will drop money, or was it really? You made a go? I don't know. You said you came in with 60 million. Where is the money? He said, no, actually, it's not 16, it's actually 10. I said, okay, we arrived somewhere.
10 million.
The 10 million, where is it? I will be here. My school is a rented apartment.
And just to let people like around South Africa know, 16 million is almost like what, $500,000 rand. Yeah, okay, that kind of thing. So 15 million, if 16 million is almost $500,000, 500,000 rand. Yes, continue.
Yeah, so he said it's 10 million. I said, okay, even if he said, where's the money? Because sometimes I won't have rent. He won't give me money. Up to the fixing of my hair, my taking care of myself, I take care of myself. Because I was running a school. School business is a very lucrative one. Yes, I had it up to SS2. I had plenty of children, school children. I was taking care of my children. But now, this is it. He never gives me, like, Mike has never given me 100,000 naira. Like, take.
The chain on your neck and your microphone, it just distracts you.
But then, I wouldn't say, because we have issues, I'm going to take out his good part. One thing that never lacked in my house was food. Yes. Was food. Every week, he will give me money for market. When I write the list, he will give me money for market. But that is to go to market. He doesn't give me money. I buy the children's clothes. I buy the children's clothes. They attended my school uniform, of course, books. I asked him, I said, where's the 10 million? Even when I was buying my school bus, where is the 10 million? He said he bought a land. It's so place. I said, okay. He bought another land.
Without you knowing. Hey,
and then the remaining one, that's what he has been using to run the house. And I said, wait, to run the house.
I think even two marriages are becoming one.
Run the house. I know you provide food, okay, fuel for Jane. What do you mean run the house and 10 million will finish? And I remember that night, I said to him, when we go to church, they tell us pray for our husbands. When God blesses them, He has blessed you. I pray for you. I pray for you. Even when we're courting before we got married, at some point I had given my gift to you. I almost didn't like my hands. Does it mean now that you made this kind of money, Mike?
Oh God.
Not even 500,000. Let me say 200,000. My wife, your food money. Take. So if I'm going to answer your last question, I'm going to say that the last time he gave me money, I don't know whether to say in the marriage, because give me money for the kids as in how go and buy them clothes. It has never happened. But he provides food, like go to market, buy food stuff.
What is food now?
You understand? So even after the breakdown, in the recording, he stated it that he doesn't have money. Because after the ministry drove, there was no more working, there was no money. I knew all of that. The rent has expired. So we had issues with money, and he said it in the recording. I know he does not have. When I told him that if the kids are with me, he can be supporting. He said, I know he does not have. So if before now you have not sent money, Mike has money now. Or maybe it's broke or something, I don't know. If for 2 years you've not, even if you not get 5,000 naira, you love. There's a heart to this thing. This thing is not just talking. There's an attitude to it. 5,000. Oh, Faith, I don't care how you do. I'm not bothered. I don't want to talk to you. But please, I'm concerned with my kids. And I know that today is her birthday. Buy her a beautiful cake and tell her that he loves her. I just transferred 5,000 to you. I just transferred 2,000 to your account. Or 1,000. Has he done that? He has not.
Well, we would have to follow that up with him and make sure that he does his best, even with the little that he has. But I want to thank you, Sister Faith.
So my people, I think people have heard everything about Sister Faith have said. Hear everything. Hear all the story. Hear all. So Pastor Mike, bring your own. Come and this is what your woman can tell us. So now, with your own site, yeah, viral video you come one day destroy her life. Now we don't hear the cocoa for the matter. So bring your own. Come and tell us now. With all your abusive lifestyle, you say if you never beat the woman, no one day. The woman is no more than five times. We don't beat her. What is all that? You as a pastor, and you're going to be counseling other members. You're going to be preaching for them. But in your home, you don't practice what you're preaching. What is that? This thing has overlong. So let me just leave it to continue tomorrow. I know that Solomon will definitely call Mike. That one I know Solomon will call Mike. And Mike will bring his own story. So we'll hear. Thank you so much, Divine TV, for being with me. Thank you so much. Thanks, everyone. Thanks for coming. I appreciate everyone. Thank you so much, AB. Sweet AB. Sweet AB. Thank you, Smart TV. Thank you so much. All those that are Chef Lydia. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate everyone. See you tomorrow. Same time, 8 p.m. Rendezvous. 8 p.m. If anyone wants to do collab, I bet let me know that I can bring you up. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful and a blessed evening. Let me to Pastor Mike to bring his own story. No, the suffer people, women of God like that, God's children. They gave it to manage them, to keep it as a steward. You cannot. Go to maltreat them. It's bad, eh? Really bad. Thank you guys. Bye. Bye. I take selfie. I take another selfie. Let me not stay too much. Ciao.